Hi, we are looking at special right triangle, which is 44 tag 90, and 30 tag 60 tag 9. So we have already done a video on a Pythagorean, but this is a special right triangle, and we said a Pythagorean work on a right triangle, which is an angle with a 90 in it. But with this special, if we have even one side of it, we can able to use this special a right triangle to calculate it, whereby the Pythagorean, we need two sides of it and a 90 in order for us to do it. So we're going to use these two modules to come out with the ratio that comes with this special right triangles. So we are taking this figure here to be a squared. So if it is a square, then it have equal number on each side. So I'm going to put 1 on each side of it. So if I have 1 here, I have 1 here, and I have 1, and I have 1 here. And if I can have a line going through here, we know that the angle of a squared is 90. So if I can draw a line here, cut this into two equal parts, then I can have here to be 45 and here to be 45. And here the corner is already 90. That's a symbol for 90. If that is the case, then can I figure out this diagonal with the help of the Pythagorean? I can able to figure it here. We are looking for the C, and anytime we are looking for C, which is the hypotenuse, the longest side, is just square root of a squared plus b squared. So here C is equals to square root of, I'm calling here the C, 1 squared plus 1 squared. 1 squared is 1 and 1. 1 plus 1 give us square root of 2. Here is square root of 2. We can say that anytime we have 45, 45, 90, it is coming with this ratio 1 tag square root of 2. 45 tag 45 tag 90 coming with 1 tag square root of 2. But let me put 1 here. So we assume that there is 1. So that means anytime we know this, we just multiply this number times the square root of 2 to get the hypotenuse. And that is what is happening. So as we get to the examples, I will use the examples to see how best we can able to move from one direction. Now let's look at the 30 tag 60 tag 90. So here let me reiterate something here. Since we have 1 and the square root of 2 here and is 45, this is what we call is a isosceles right triangle. Let's come to this one here. So this one we got 60, 60, 60 here. 60, 60, 60 make 180. A triangle supposed to add up to 180. So therefore we got our 60, we need a 30. So if we divide 30 by 2, we will get 4. Then this look like a equilateral triangle. Kind of all of them are equal. So for the sake of discovery, I'm going to put 2 here, and I'm going to put 2 here, and I'm going to put 2 here. I'm going to divide this equally, and I want to divide this angle also equally. So we got 60 here and we got 60 here. If we divide this equally, you're going to have a perpendicular line running all the way from here to that point, and we got that perpendicular, therefore here is going to be 1 and here is going to be 1. We have divided this angle equally. It was 60, so here is going to be 30 here, and here is 90, and that's what we need. We have our 30, 60, 90. Now we have here to be 2, we have here to be 1. We need one of the leg, one of the side of it, and we are going to use a Pythagorean. Come out with that. So in our previous video on the Pythagorean, realize that anytime we are looking for one side of it. So let's say the B, and we rearrange it. That means it's going to be subtraction. We are going to subtract one of the leg from the hypotenuse. And the C is the longest side, which is 2. So 2 squared. So get our square root here. 2 squared minus 1 squared. This here is 1 squared. We get 4, take away 1, and that gives us square root of 3. Here, the 60 is square root of 3. Okay, so anytime you are reading the size of a triangle, you always, the angle is corresponding to the opposite side of it. So here 60 is square root of 3, 30 here is 1, and then 90 is 2. We got 30 tag 60 tag 90 to be 1 tag square root of 3, and let me put 1 here because there's no number here, tag 2. So that means anytime we are looking for any missing side of it, when it comes to the 30 tag 60 tag 90, so one concept that we have to take note of it. Always you need this 30 here first. I call it the key. That's the key. For you to know all the other sides, you need the key first, which is 30. Once you know the 30, which happens to be 1, then for you to get a 90, multiply by 2 for you to get that. And once you get this, once you know your key, which is the angle 30, for you to get your side for 60 is just 1 times square root of 3. You have to take note of it. So now we have able to discover the ratios of 30 tag 60 tag 90, and then 45 tag 45 tag 90 is also this ratio. So we are going to use it to solve some examples. So we are using this definition where we got the ratios to define that. So here is 1, here is 1, and here is going to be 1 root 2. Which is a true statement about 45 tag 90 triangle. So here realize I said each length is this, which is not true. The hypotenuse is square root times either leg. So these are the either leg, the 45. So kind of is this one. And it said the leg is square root of 3 times as long as the hypotenuse, which is not true because we are not dealing with the 30, 60. The 30, 60 brings out this. This is not. And here too, it is a 30, 60 that brings out that. So that's not true. So that's how you can get more detailed understanding in terms of definition, is that yes, the hypotenuse is being multiplied by the either leg, which is this one here. Okay, let's look at this 30, 60, 90. So here we said that 30, which is the key, which happens to be the opposite side here, is just 1, and then the 60, which goes here, is 1 root 3, and this 90 here is twice that. Let's use it to get this multiple choice. That will bring more understanding into what we have been doing. So here, let's go through all of it. It said the hypotenuse, which happens to be the length, which happens to be this side here, is square root of 3 as the shorter. That's not true. Remember, the shorter is always a key. This here is a key. So all of them will be coming to is a key. Okay, the longer leg. So yes, among this 30 and 60, the 60 is a longer leg. So the longer leg is a square root of 3 times the shorter, which is true. The hypotenuse is twice as the longer. That's not true. The hypotenuse and the longer doesn't have a relationship. So this is not true. The hypotenuse is a square root of 3 times the longer. And as I said, they don't have a relationship. So that's out. The hypotenuse is twice as the shorter leg, which is true. They have the relationship. If you're moving from this side, if you're moving from here to here, is twice. Okay? He said the longer leg is twice as the. We have already selected the longer here, so this is not. So the two of them are True. So that brings out more understanding into what we have been doing. Okay. We are going to have the next video, separate video. That's where we are going to work more examples using the application of this two discoveries that we have discovered. So please make sure you subscribe and like it and share my videos. And I see you in the next video. Have a blessed day. Bye.